Welcome to the second module of the Generate Your Business Idea. And in this module, we're going to talk about what makes up a business idea. We're just saying a market is waiting for you. And the session objectives for this module will be one, to define the concept, to clearly explain what a business idea is. The second one will be to analyze success and failure, analyze why businesses fail and why they succeed. And the third one will be to identify the 5 components that make up any business idea, which is the need, the product, the customer, sales channels, and the environment. So what is a business idea? A business idea is just a short and a precise description of the basic operation of an intended business. Before you start, you need a clear map of what you want to run. Starting a business is not an easy job. It takes work and planning. The effort and money it takes to start may be lost if you do not start with the right business. And I see this with so many entrepreneurs starting businesses for the right time. They just want to get into business and they actually have not done their research. The right business begins with a good description of your idea. And this is the question: should you start a business based on blind faith or on calculated risk backed up by strategy and data? One school of thought says you need to start with the blind faith because you will not have time to overthink and go into the analysis paralysis. Another one says that you need to do calculated risk such that you don't go there and you regretting your life, you get into mental health problems and such things. So we're going to do the first case study, which is the case study of so many entrepreneurs who just enter business using what we call the blind faith. So Janet saw that traders were asking farmers for sunflower oil. Thinking she could earn money, she used a loan to buy seeds and equipment. She used her family farmland to grow sunflowers instead of food. Her children were affected by the chemicals she sprayed on the farm. By the time her oil was ready, other farmers had flooded the market. The market was saturated. Janet could not find a buyer. She had to sell at a very low price to a local shop, making a loss and failing to repay her loan. And the question is, what is wrong with Janet's business idea and why? The analysis is: Janet produced sunflower oil without knowing the basics. She did not ask these questions: is there a need? Who needs it? And why do they need it? She had no idea how big the demand was, and consequently, she could not find customers because the need had already been fulfilled by others by the time she was ready. She acted on impulse and not information. Now, let us do and read another case scenario with one that is backed up by strategy and data. So, Lily worked in a factory but wanted her own business. She noticed teenage girls had no good clothes. Stores only sold clothes for kids or adults. She decided to design clothes specifically for teenagers. Before sewing, she drew designs and showed them to shop owners. They liked them. She made a small batch and they sold immediately. She only quit her job once she had regular orders. And the question is, why is Lily successful in her own business? What did she do that made her successful? And this is the analysis why Lily succeeded. She did her market research and she knew her customers, which were teenage girls, and she identified a specific gap, which was lack of choice in the shops. She tested her competency by showing the drawings first, and she opened her business after the first batch was accepted. And what we call this is market testing. She tested the market first. She filled a real need that no competitor was currently filling. So she knew that she didn't have competitors and that this is a need that is not flooded. Now, there are 5 components of a business idea, and a good business idea description must answer these 5 specific questions. You really have to remember these 5 questions, because if you cannot answer these questions, your ideas are incomplete. 1, which need will your business fulfill? 2, what good or service will you sell? 3, who will you sell to? 4, how will you sell? And how will your business depend upon and impact the environment or the community? And let us go through all of them one by one. The first component is the need. Your business idea should always have customers' need on their mind. A business does not exist to sell a product. It exists only to satisfy a need. An example, I wish there was a daycare near my workplace so that I didn't have to spend my time taking my son back and forth. The need here is the convenience and time saving for parents. Let's go to component number 2, which is the good or service. A good is an item that you can see or touch. It is something you make, manufacturing, to buy or resell, into brackets retailing, and the examples are tools, baked goods, or clothes. A service is something you do for people. They pay you for your time and skills. Example, delivering goods, banking, babysitting, repairing items, such kind. So a good is tangible and a service is intangible. The third component is the who. Who are you targeting? A business cannot succeed without customers. You must know exactly who you are targeting. Will you sell to a specific type of person or to everyone in an area? Janet failed because she had no idea who the end customer was. Lily succeeded because she targeted a specific group, teenage girls who wanted fashion. And I have this detailed now in my book. As you advance and finish this course, you will find another course called Bloom and Thrive and Stop Running a Business, Build a Powerful Brand. So we are in the ideation stage. We will go deep into customer segmentation, buyer personas, and identifying your audience. So the fourth component is on the how. How will you sell the product to the consumer? One is direct. You can opt to sell directly to the user, e.g., a furniture maker selling to a cafe. The second is the retail, that is selling to a shop who sells to the user, e.g., a rice distributor selling to a convenience store. The third is wholesaling, where you sell in bulk to retailers. You must plan this before you start. And the fifth component is the environment. Your business must work in harmony with the natural environment. Does it rely on natural resources like wood or water, or will it create waste? Janet used chemical fertilizers that made her children sick and damaged the land. A sustainable business minimizes negative impacts like waste or relies on renewable sources like solar energy. An example is if, let's say, your business relies on furniture and let's say natural resources are being depleted like trees, or there's a new policy that is banning the use of trees on furniture, that will affect your business. And let us do this activity where we'll take a moment to write down your current business idea using these 5 components. You will fill this worksheet, which is the Describe Your Business Idea worksheet, which is located in this module. And the first thing you'll feel is my business idea is, you write it down, you write which need it will fulfill, what good or services it will provide, whom you will sell to, how you will sell it, how you will sell your goods or services, and the impact your business idea will have on the environment. So lastly, these are the key takeaways. The first thing is don't guess. Janet guessed and failed, and Lily researched and succeeded. This is why you're not supposed to start a business on blind faith. You need to always verify the need before spending money. You need to solve a problem. A business idea is not just a product, it's not your skills or your passion or something that you love to do. It's a solution to a customer specific need. You need to focus on the customer first so that you can solve a problem for them. 3, you need to know your customer. You cannot sell to everyone. I ask people, who is your target audience? And they tell them, I sell to everyone. No, you can't. You need to be specific about who needs your product. And you have to think sustainable. You need to consider the impact your business has to the community. Thank you very much. See you in the next module.